Hey everybody. So after what is seemingly a very long day, I was actually able to get the passenger side tongue and groove installed. It's still at the prime state. I still need to paint it. That'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be yet another paint fest. Most of the work over the last, handful of days has basically been priming new boards to be able to finish this wall and actually painting a bunch of the cabinets and things like that, getting the first and second coats on that. So as I was waiting for this stuff to dry, I'd be painting other stuff and just spending all my time on that. But today I was actually able to get this installed. It was fairly straightforward. There's a few sections that were difficult. This section that's up here, I left open because I still need to finish over the door. But the way I'm going to end up doing that is the cabinet, the upper cabinet that goes in up here will come over to about somewhere in here. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to run a board that goes all the way from the front of the sliding door all the way up to this cabinet. And then this section actually is going to get covered with probably a little bit more of the tongue and groove potentially, but most likely it's just going to get covered with a small kind of cabinet or little shelf that fits on the end of the upper cabinet. And that will basically be some kind of little spice rack or something along those lines. That seems to be the best way for me to cover this because it's a very odd shape and I didn't want to screw up the lines in the wall. So I really wanted that flat to be flat so I could install the upper cabinet. But all the wiring is all run in. I've got all the heater wire running, which goes down back here, and all the stuff through there, the water pump, everything is in. The driver's side is actually fully painted. So here's the driver's side. It's all painted. This is all painted white. This part, obviously, like I had said in the past, will get covered up with the cabinet, which goes all the way from the overhead compartment in the front all the way to back here. And this wiring is for the light and carport that goes up there. But it turned out really nice. I actually, all the screws are painted except for a handful of them. And the reason for that was that these screws that I had on this side were a little bit different than the screws I used on the passenger side. And they actually worked better when they got towards the ends of the boards because these boards are really thin, so they're easy to split. But these screws are much better. They actually had like a self-tapping bit in the front. So I actually took some of the ones that were in the middles of these boards and actually put them on the ends of the boards over on the passenger side. So I wasn't getting as much splitting. So I'll need to come back and repaint these. But overall, it's gone pretty well. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. So tomorrow is pretty much an entire day of painting. I'm going to try and get 2 coats done on the passenger side, and I'm going to continue to paint on all of the cabinets that we still have to do. But once that's all painted and done after 2 coats, then it's on to the floor. And I'm hoping I'll get that done in a couple days, or at least started on in a couple days. So there you go. That's the update.